Alright, good evening, Giggity Race League fans. We're getting set here to go racing again tonight here at Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway. Uh, I'm here. I got MP Roofer beside me again for this race, and I also have Kay Larson, team captain for Bro Motorsports, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So what's going on, guys? How are y'all this evening?
Good, you?
Great.
Oh, pretty good. Just getting ready for some more racing. Qualifying just finished up at Gateway right now, so we'll get an idea of what the starting lineup's going to be. And
Like you said earlier, it's a finesse track. That's what I'm looking forward to see. I don't know how many laps are going to be in each stage, but I'm hoping there's a pit stop. Like Daytona, unfortunately, there was only one green flag pit stop, but I think tires are going to be a big key here. So I want to see if I'm right on that. I know they're on times 3 where I practice on times 3 wear, and there's certain tracks that your tires go in 10, 11 laps if you don't have, the right adjustments in. So that's going to be key.
yeah, and No Pit Pendle actually got the pole for the race today or tonight. This race. Marcus is third. I don't see who is second.
Jake got second.
Jake is second.
Yeah.
And then
I
fourth
was
is
just
Jackson.
talking to Marcus actually, and Marcus was he was really, he downs himself a little bit. I think he got a top 6 out of the Daytona race, but he was, oh, I wish people would have went on the high side. I said, don't worry, just do what you can at Gateway. And he was just like, no, I'm not no good at Gateway. So I'm glad to see that he started third, give him a little bit of confidence booster. Marcus is one of them guys that when he has confidence, he will go out there and just tear the track up. But when he don't have a little bit of confidence, it seems like it's like a head game with him. But I try to, let him know you're good, Marcus. You just do your thing and you'll be all right.
Yeah, I think we're in for some really good racing here tonight. Uh, we have a lot of really good drivers. Robbie coming off of winning Daytona just a few minutes ago. He's going to be looking to come back up. He started 13th in the last race as well, so we'll see if that has any correlation to him winning some races.
Roofer, you can go ahead and join, bud.
Okay. I like the guy's attitude. Everything he's not on my team or anything, but man, the guy's got such a great attitude, and it's hard not to root for the guy.
I need an invite to the race when you get one.
All right, I got you guys. Alright, here comes yours, Ice, and here.
Alright, we blue screen for just a second to get it started here. Yep, they're running 90 laps, so I assume it'll probably be what,
I just got you there.
25 and 40.
Yeah, and I never even got a chance to practice because I knew I was going, moving up the cup. So I never even jumped on Gateway today to see what a fuel run, and, tires. I'm thinking tires are going to wear out before fuel runs out, but
yeah,
I
tires
don't
are
know.
going to be a huge factor here. We
Right.
already got a lot of cars in the grass. We already got cars in the wall. Pendle is the race leader so far, coming through off of 3 and 4 to lead the first lap here. Second place, it looks like it's Jackson in that 26 car. He was really strong, and we have a caution out already as well.
I believe we're going to see more than one tonight.
Yeah, the 12 car went around. Um, I think Grim was caught up in that as well. So.
I know that, you know, Noko put a lot of thought into his drafting, and I've raced with No Pit Pendle before, very fast guy. Never raced with Robbie, so that was kind of, you know, just unexpected, really, really good racer. But I just noticed a lot of big names on Plant's team and Noko's team. I mean, there's a lot of big names on all the teams, but especially theirs, it just seems like they did a really great job in the draft.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. You know, even Kay Larson. I mean, you got your team looking pretty good early on. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys have any wins yet, but a lot of your guys have been up towards the front from what I've seen so far.
And I believe Larson
we got our
did get a win,
first
didn't
win
he?
Thursday. Yeah, we got
Yep.
1 and 2 at Daytona.
Yep,
Oh yeah,
what I
that's
was
right.
thinking,
That's right. Because Michael got the win. I forgot all about that.
Yep, G9 Gamer, I believe. Yep.
We got
I believe
nobody
the
in
only
this race tonight.
team that doesn't have a win yet is RKM's team, I'm thinking. But I maybe the team that I'm on. I may be wrong about that.
I think RKM and I think Smitty might not either. Unless one of his guys did win.
You're right. No, I believe that's actually RKM and Smitty both. Right now, Noko is, I think he's 1-3. So Noko is at the top, and I think it's 3.
And
then
Groot is 1-1
1-1.
because Fluffy won for us on at Atlanta. And then I don't remember. I don't remember what else happened.
Yeah, in my opinion, when I was listening to the draft, me personally, if I would have had the first pick, I would have I cared less about the numbers. And
Somebody hit the wall, and there's another couple
yeah,
cars around again in the back.
This is going to be 22. Yeah, that was a hard lick there.
Yeah, somebody got in the wall coming down that backstretch where the wall there's like a gate exiting the
yes, where they built the safer barrier.
Yeah.
And it sticks out, right.
And I think somebody caught that and turned some other guys around with them.
It don't take much because like you have to be. It's like Martinsville kind of. You know, you just gotta be hit your braking points perfect every lap, and you know 90 laps. It's hard to do perfectly every lap. You know, and you might mess 1 or 2 laps up, and that could be your race. You know. But I don't think that's going to be the only caution we see tonight because it's a real technical track. So hopefully they keep it clean and green, but we'll see.
I was about to say, we already have 2 so far here, and we're just, I honestly don't know what lap we're on. You're going to give me just a second.
I like the way the 46, 19, and the 12 all got into turn 1 really good.
Yeah, they got 9 laps to go here in the stage, so they're on lap 10 right now. They're just finished lap 10.
19, the 46 drifted up, and 19 took advantage there. You see the 53, I believe that's Ed. I know he was at the top of the, I think he was 3rd on the daily in times. So I know he has a fast car. As you see, he's coming up to 2nd. And I believe he got 3rd on default, not even custom. So, you know you got a pretty good default setup when you're 3rd on the daily. Ooh, see one car, actually 2 or 3 cars, they run so hard in that corner that they bounced off the wall. There's a 53.
53 dove in hard trying to get in there.
Yes, he did. He kind of used Pendle as a. Oh, as you see, Pendle
somebody
spins.
went around. Was that Pendle?
Yep, that was Pendle. He's still spinning back there.
It's unfortunate. Hopefully.
Yeah, Ed kind of drove it in a little too deep right there, and I mean, I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose, you know, but you'll learn at Gateway quick. Right past that start-finish line, you need to go ahead and start checking up because you can't come in that corner full speed. I don't think we got a caution though, because I see the 46 turned it back around, and he's still got right back on it. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a caution. That's unfortunate.
They're still going, but there's a huge pack back
No,
there that's running together, and it looks
spinning
like there's
again.
a huge.
Yeah, Robbie just, I believe, just got in. 22 may have clipped him. We got the 21 in the grass.
It was just one car, it looks like, that went around on that back stretch there.
Ugh. Everyone's used to this track on trucks, and everybody knows, you know, trucks have
No, there is a
lot
caution
more.
there. I'm not sure what
There we
happened.
go. Right.
But
Yeah. It's totally, I haven't even tried driving an Xfinity or a Cup car around this track. I've only, you know, in Heat 3 ran the truck around this track. I'm sure it's got to be considerably way harder with the extra horsepower that the Xfinity and the Cup cars have, because it's such a technical track.
yeah, like as I said earlier, I think it's a lot like a mix between Darlington and Martinsville, because there's no banking a lot like you'll see at Martinsville, but where it's like Darlington, you know, you got two completely different ends of the track. This is again one of those egg-shaped style ovals. It's just a wider track. I think that's what makes it a little bit different.
Right, yeah, turn 1, 2 is like a paperclip, and then turn 3 and 4 is pretty much kind of like New Hampshire. It's a little wider. It's still flat, but wider. And running default, there's a hard, you know, it's not a whole lot you can do to make your car better, you know, as custom setups. You can change a lot of things for flat tracks to make it, you know, put a little bit of rear sway bar in it to get it to rotate more. I mean, they don't have that option in default, so you just put it, ooh, as you see the 41 hard
they're
into the wall.
5 wide in the back there. I don't think that's gonna work a whole lot. Somebody got in the wall, and it looks like.
Yeah, I seen one car stay up high, and then 4 cars bounce pretty much off the high line into the low line. Like,
Yeah, there's another.
this is
caution
interesting
after
to
that
me, because when I was
that was actually the end of the stage. I'm
pre-ordering
sorry.
it.
I apologize
Okay,
for
that's
that.
why they were racing so hard. That makes sense.
Yeah, we need the top 10 here. That's on.
Yeah, if any of you guys are listening that are racing, if you could take a picture of the top 10, we would greatly appreciate it for points. We're not able to up here in the booth, so if you guys can get us, it'd be really, really good. So that's unfortunate for No Pit Pendle. He went from like first all the way back to around, you know, 8th, 9th, 10th. I know he has a fast enough car. I'll tell you what, Jackson Strong, he's right there in, you know, 3rd place. He's been strong both races. We'll see what that 53 can do. Ed, like I said, really good driver. Unfortunately, had some health issues last year, or probably would have won the truck championship, but I think he's out for redemption this year.
We got Ezzo right out front here to start off stage 2. And the pit window is about 20 laps here, is what
That sounds about right. So if we have 25 lap stages,
no, we only got 19
there.
lap stages.
Oh, okay.
Or at least 19
So
was
it'd be
stage 1. I don't know what this is
Right.
going to do.
I could actually jump over on Dark Knights and get a lap count for us. I'll go to his live feed. Just so we have a...
I think this one's also 19 laps. There's 17
okay.
to go on the stage, and they've only ran 2, so I believe this is also 19 laps.
Well, I know Ed. He asked a lot of people earlier in the Xfinity chat. Does anybody want to practice? Anybody want to practice? And he pretty much practiced all day. And at the moment, I mean, you can see it.
Yeah,
He's
it's
just holding a
definitely
little
showing
bit
he's got it
cleaner of
figured
a
out.
line. Right.
But you see right behind him, Jackson. I mean, he was really strong at Daytona, and I think he's kind of out for redemption. He didn't really get the run that he wanted, and the finish that he wanted.
That he
So,
deserved. Right. And is that the
I think he's
45
looking
sitting
for
there
one.
in fourth of NRG?
I believe so. It looks like he's going to take third as well.
Yeah,
He's up
I'm
on the
telling you.
inside there.
This guy, I'm not saying he would have got drafted, but he would have been really close to being one of the esports guys, like Fluffy. Really fast, unfortunately. They made him change his account name up, and he's really hoping to redeem himself this year. And you can see he's not putting the bumper to anybody. He's doing it all cleanly, you know. Up. Oh, we got a car on pit road. Actually, he going first at 52. I think may have lagged out. Yeah, he's just sitting on pit
52
road.
lagged out already, I
Yep.
believe. Who is it? Just to make sure.
He gone first.
Yeah, he's lagged out of the first
Oh,
one
wreck
as well.
here,
And there's
51.
a car in the wall up there. Was that
Dark
51
Knight.
Dark Knight?
Yeah. He drove it in a hard with a few other guys, and I think he tried to lock the brakes up, and it spun him right around.
Jackson looked like
But
he brushed
I
the
don't-
wall going into one there and moved up the track, and that's going to bring Bad For You Racing up in a second. And he got in the wall off of two as well, and brings who's that?
Not bad for you.
In
I'm
third.
on his onboard. He seemed like he may have something for Ed here. He's holding that bottom real nice, floating up to the top. He's starting to put a
some
little bit of
tires.
pressure on him. Right. That's big here. Like, if you have just a few
Oh,
clicks
and the
off on
caution
your...
comes out. A couple
You gotta
cars
be on third.
got in the wall off turn 4,
Yeah.
and a couple went around. So
I was thinking this would be a track that would produce a few. I know a lot of people are not familiar with the track, unless you like driving trucks last year, you know.
but even then, this is still a different track than it was last year.
It's so
Just-
difficult.
Everything
Right.
feels different here on this game.
Yes. It's so much different. Like, I was dominant at Atlanta on Heat 3, but I haven't quite have it figured out on Heat 4 yet. But other tracks, you know, it's so much. Bristol, especially on Heat 3, was just not a good racing track. On here, they made it a really good racing track. I believe that 7 and 4 is headed in the right direction, you know.
Yeah, we see Eto starting first, and NRG right on the outside of him here. That should be a good battle.
Look
for
at
the
all
lead.
them 40s. There's 3 40s in the top 4. Yeah, the 40, 41, and the 45. So, I believe that's Noco. Is that Noco's team?
Yes,
The
it is.
40s? Yeah, he's got some really good cars out there right
NRG's
now.
going to take the lead, and he's going to bring the 41 with him. And even the
There's
46,
also-
as
ooh.
Eto got in the wall, and he came down on Robbie, and
Yeah.
Robbie went around.
I don't know if we're going to get a caution or not.
I don't believe so.
Another car in the wall. They saved it at 35. Golf nut. It's a really, like you said, really difficult track. This is,
You
if
have
you
to be
wanna try
very
to- a
technical,
challenge.
as I said
Yes.
earlier. You know, it's just everything that you do here is very, very. It has to be very smooth, or you're just not going to get a good finish.
oh,
And there's a
big
huge
wreck,
wreck in the
41
back
around. Yeah, oh, car in
These
the
guys
air.
are, these guys are really
I
kind of
believe-
struggling here.
Yeah,
That's going to bring out
we're going to
another
have a caution here. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of the throttle control seems to be really key on this game, and this seems like it'd be a tractor with throttle control. It seems like a lot of them are trying to hammer it coming out of turn 4, and it's not holding, and they're coming up high and bouncing off the high side down into the low side.
Yeah.
To where maybe if they were giving it 60-70% throttle instead, they'd probably be able to stick. So, like I said, that's the improvements that I do like about this. You know, it's unrealistic when you can just keep it hammered and there's no consequences to the tires. That's just not how it works in real life. So,
Alright, so the top 10 for the first stage, we're going to go back to that real quick. Bad for you, got stage 1. Maybe. Honestly, I don't know if that's right or not.
Ooh, it's 51, and Dark Knight dives it in there and makes it 3 wide underneath the 46 and 14. I don't know if they're going to appreciate that. They might. They might not like that.
Right now, though.
Ooh, is he? I see a lot of these cars down there on the way bottom trying to get into turn 1, and you want to try to arc it in there, and it's just really hard to stick it in there when you're all the way on the bottom like that.
Coming to 2 laps to go this time around here on stage 2.
So at 19, he once bad for you. Once he got out front, he kind of walked away there.
Yeah, he's
being real smooth. Yeah, see?
Yeah, I think that was Jackson that got a little low there into the grass.
Yeah, his onboard, yeah, he's done such a great job.
Oh, and there's another huge wreck, and that'll bring us to the end of the stage if the caution comes out.
Yeah, I see one car with 14 totaled Trey totally backwards. Wow, this is going to be a fast race.
14 went around. A lot more went around. Yeah, it looks like they continue to hit the, that little part of the wall that sticks back out after
that sticks out.
Yeah.
Right, where they built the safer barrier. Yeah. That wasn't in Heat 3, and they made it a little more, I mean, it was there, but
they made it a little more imminent there. They kind of like emphasized that for some reason.
Yep. So in real life, it might be like that, you know, when you try to get off turn 4 and try to hammer it.
Yeah, it's a lot like that. It's just, I don't think these guys are either these guys haven't realized it, or they're trying to force somebody else around them to hesitate, and nobody's letting off, and it's causing problems.
Yeah, this used to be a track where you could wall ride and set some amazing times. I watched people do it in the esports, and I think they took that away now to where if you try to wall ride and they just like slam you in the middle. But I'm glad they made that adjustment. Let's see if a few of these guys can get it figured out here.
Okay, so Grimm is driving the wrong number. He's in the 35, but I know that's not the number that he drives. So I don't know.
Robbie was doing great up front, and then the car got underneath him. Yeah. I don't know if he took 2 tires to get that track position, but it didn't work out very well.
So we have a 50-lap third stage, and that's going to mean at least 2 pit stops.
Most definitely. If we don't have any cautions, I want to see some green flag pit stops here, because this is one of the hardest pit roads to get on.
Yeah, you got to use the access road, I believe.
Yes, you have to use the access road to get on and off. So I'm hoping to see at least one green flag, just because it's harder than running a clean lap, just making a pit stop. Jackson's really strong right now. Like, so Jackson's strong. That's a good name for him. He's looking good out there in that 36 or 26, yeah.
Yeah, Jackson's in 26, and he's taking the lead and kind of pulled away the same as we saw Bad doing earlier.
Bad, right. See the car behind him, he hits the safer barrier just because he got too big of a run coming off the corner. And gonna lose a spot, I believe, to a
That's bad coming
red
with the
car.
second.
Yep. He's a good driver. I ran a lot of races with him last year in esports just because I knew he had good lobbies, good clean drivers in his group. I'm glad that he joined Giggity. You know, the more clean, fast guys we can get, you know, the better. You know, and even if you're not fast, if you're just clean, consistent, and willing to learn, these captains will help you get faster.
Yeah, Jackson again. Like he's not gaining, but he's not losing time right now up there in the lead.
Right. Yeah, I'm on board with Bad for You just to see if he's being patient, and you know, he might be just letting Jackson burn his tires off and sit back there and wait and see what happens. He's being pretty conservative. He's not overdriving.
Yeah, Jackson doesn't really seem to be either. It looks like he's pretty much. I think
Yeah,
these
right,
two kind of have the cars to beat right now as we look at it.
Exactly. I agree with that. I bet Robbie back here all by himself, he got into an accident, but I believe he's the type that, you know, he knows he ain't got a good car at a certain track. He's not going to get up there and wreck people and push the issue.
Yeah, no, Robbie's just a real class act driver, and he definitely
Really
shows
is.
it week in and week out.
Yes. Now the 22 of Marcus has made it up in the third. He's got the 46 underneath him. Like I said, I talked to Marcus a little bit pre-race, and that's Jake Guru, which he impressed me Thursday night. I was behind him quite a bit. This guy's new, but he can really drive. And
Yeah, and just
big
sorry.
battle here for third. Right.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you. The 19 is
Hey.
catching the 26 right now.
Yes, he is.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
not even.
Same with the 22 and the 46. They're actually catching the leaders. They're kind of drafting together. I know you don't get much of a draft on this track, but that
It definitely's
little
got to
bit.
help down the backstretch. I mean, obviously, again, I
Yes.
really don't know. I haven't ran this track enough to have any idea. But there's Jackson up into the wall, and the 19's going to come around the inside and should gain the lead.
And Bad for You seems like he has a
He has a really fast car.
yes. Because now the top four is all within, let's say, I wouldn't even say a half a second from each other. So anybody in that top four right now, as you see, Marcus make a move down on the inside for a second with the 46.
And
Pivotal
Jake's going to come
follower,
around the
Jake
inside.
Guru. Yep.
And there's a caution.
As we got
as
another
well.
caution. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna ever if we're gonna get to see a green flag pit stop or not. It seems like the guys in mid pack to in the pack keep having problems. You know, like you said it before the race starts. If this for an oval, it's probably one of the toughest ovals on the game. It's just, the turns
this-
1 and
this
2
is
are
a,
so different than 3 and 4. I couldn't imagine trying to be a crew chief, even try to even set a car up for this track. You know, you want to be good in 1 and 2, or do you want to be good in 3 and 4? You know, almost like Pocono. You know.
Yeah, it's just where do you want to be better?
All right. That's it. Marcus, he must have took maybe 2 tires. He's on point now. Let's see if he can. Up.
Oh no, Jackson's right to the lead right away. He's not
Jackson
even playing around with that
ate
one.
it up. Yeah.
And 18, that's Jake Giroux coming around the inside here. And Bad for You's also making a move, but there's a car around in the back. It looks like that was Trey.
Yeah, NRG made contact with Trey, and Trey did a couple spins there.
Yeah, no caution's going to come out though, so I'll keep it racing here.
As I'm actually on board with Robbie because he's about in 10th, and I can see everybody from him, and seems like every lap he runs, he's getting a little better of a feel, you know.
Yeah, I was just watching here from
Ooh,
the front view of Jackson, and you kind of see where the wall kind of falls back and then comes back up really quick, and it's kind of
right.
an abrupt like turn into the track almost, but it doesn't fully come into the track. As Jackson gets to the inside of Jake here,
Ooh,
he's gonna look to
Jackson
take
got
the lead.
underneath him, and yeah,
Jake's gonna get the run off.
and that high side, Jake got the momentum up there. Yeah, on the backstretch, there's actually a spot you can hide. It goes so deep up in there, and actually you won't even see the car, and if they want to, they can just jump right out in front of you and wreck the whole field. I learned that in the public lobby. Racing this track, not on the front stretch, but the back stretch, you'll see it. But Jake
Looked like there was
is
a car
another
up on the
guy.
wall there. It looked like the 22 of Marcus might have gotten into the wall going into one.
I think he only took 2 tires. He did something to get up there in the front, and that at a track like this, that could hurt you really bad. Tire wear is more of a factor than fuel at tracks like this. So taking 2 tires could have hurt him.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you there. I don't think this is a track where you want to take 2 tires.
Right. Jake's doing a good job out front right now, though. Another one of Noco's picks, and like I said, Noco's team from top to bottom is really, really strong. As well
Yeah, they're
as
good in
Prince.
every
Right.
series, honestly.
Right.
The Cup guys are fast, the truck guys are fast, and even here, you know, as you're seeing right now, even their Xfinity guys are pretty quick.
And that's what we want to see, you know. We want to take the best guys we can out of Xfinity and move them on the Cup, and you know, we want to have the guys racing where they belong, you know. Like last year, I believe Marcus was a Cup driver, you know, but he couldn't race on Sundays, so he had to run Xfinity. But Larson at Homestead had the perfect game plan, and there's nothing can be done about it. I don't know if he had practiced Homestead, but he was just dominant there, knowing that was the championship track. So it didn't matter if he had a 50-point lead going into Homestead or not. All that mattered was who won Homestead. I believe we have another caution, guys.
And we got another caution out. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I kind of missed it. I was paying attention to something else that was going on.
And Jake has been, he impressed me when I was pushing him at Daytona. He has really impressed me here at Gateway. This would be a guy I have to watch out for as an Xfinity up and comer.
Yeah, he looks really, really good tonight. Here specifically, he was really good at Daytona even the other night, on Thursday night. He won. I think he won both the first 2 stages and ended up finishing. I don't think he got the finish that he necessarily was looking for, but
Yeah, I had to go back and look at the points. I know that he was up towards the front a lot because when I seen him, I would try to hook up with him just because he held a great line. Yeah, the main thing is the guys in the back. I'm at the back right now. They're just overdriving the corners, trying to make things happen. That
they're trying to get too much out of the cars for what they've got right now.
That's it. Yep. Which they don't understand is actually just hurting them worse because they're
yeah, there they go again. There's another huge wreck in the back.
Right. And No Pit Pendle actually got in that, and I know he has a good car.
Yeah, that brought
wasn't his fault.
caution.
A couple cars around him, but I see a lot of overdriving.
So we'll see what we can get here with another restart. See, it's been very interesting so far here this evening. And right back to the lead goes Bat, and somebody goes way to the inside shot down there. Not.
Yeah, that's amazing. And
I've
mid
seen a lot
to,
of cars that look
you
like
know,
they're trying to throw blocks that just are not. They're not open to be made. And there's another car down into the wall. I don't believe that anybody actually went around there. Looked like everybody kept it straight, but.
what was he, 53 of Ed? I know he's got a really fast car. Almost made it back up to fifth, but then he got dive bombed. So it's hard. You might be able to drive your own line, but if the guy behind you dives it in on you, there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. NRG, he's made his way back up to fourth.
But I'm paying attention to this battle for the lead right now because Bat and Jackson are running together about as well as I've seen.
And 25, I haven't even spoken to
25,
25
that's Chunk, is it?
Diesel Chunkin? Okay. Yeah,
He's up to second.
he actually
now.
separated, yeah. He separated Pendle and Bad for You. And NRG's actually right on his bumper now.
Yeah, NRG's coming up there in second, and that and that Mountain Dew, but it's supposed to look like a mellow yellow Kyle Petty paint scheme there.
Yeah, two opposite brands, but it looks close. So I like the paint scheme. You know, that's the one thing I do have to. The EA games, the paint booth in there, where you could go grab somebody else's paint scheme, and down their paint booth was really good. But I'm just glad 704 concentrated on the actual physics of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a way bigger problem that they had than working on the paint booth.
Right.
I think
Exactly.
that could be worried about.
Let's get the
potentially
physics
next year,
taken
but
care of and then worry about the paint booth, right?
Yeah.
Which, 704 compared to EA is,
And there goes
704
Chunk to the outside. I'm sorry again to interrupt you, but
no problem.
Chunk taking a run right there to the outside and drove by Jackson to take the lead.
I believe Noco, he just sent me a message. He wants to invite to the booth, so I'm gonna, I'll put him in the suggestion box real quick.
All right, yeah, go right ahead.
One of the team owners here.
The only problem is I will have to blue screen for just a slight second.
Okay, let's see. And now I was hoping we had it set up to, well, we tried, to where I could invite everybody so you didn't have to blue screen.
Yeah, just let me know when you get it put in here. And
Yes, sir. Aha. I forgot there was an X in front of me. Okay. Alright, I got him in the suggested box whenever you're ready. Let's see, let's get back out here to the actual race. the 25 now. Since he's got out front.
He's got out front, kind of just held his own. I'm sorry, I gotta go blue screen really fast. We're gonna try to make this as quick as possible. All right, we are still good.
Evening, fellas.
Actually, he has 3 cars.
What's going on, Noko? How you doing, man?
What's up, buddy?
Guys, how are y'all doing? It looks like we're having a
Great.
good couple of races so far.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
It's been really fun to watch. We've seen a few cautions so far in this race, but nothing really too worrisome. 14 laps to go, by the way, as I'm looking now.
Awesome.
As one of your guys just actually got around for the lead. You
Not
were
quite.
in first, third,
Not
and fourth. Oh,
quite.
You didn't make it? Okay.
The 25 is holding
okay.
the bottom.
I think the 40 is going to get the run
Yeah,
off
he's got
the
it right there.
corners. So, yeah. So Noko's team is actually first, third, and fourth right now.
Wow.
Really doing great here at
I mean,
Gateway.
I was watching the broadcast earlier, and you guys mentioned how Eto was putting a lot of work in on the practicing, and definitely, you know, I know my group of guys definitely put the work in and put some practice laps in, so I know they were prepared. But you know, it's definitely a learning experience, you know, especially with Gateway, new track with the Xfinity cars, you know, new track in general, because Gateway's definitely different than Gateway was on Heat 3.
Oh yeah, that's what we were kind of talking about. Like, there's not really a track on the game that's runs the same as they did last year.
Yeah, they definitely changed it all up.
I think that's a credit to 7 and 4 Games, really, for being able to make these tracks have their own personality instead of, you know, Vegas and Atlanta and.
Yeah, absolutely. They did a really good job on the game, man. I'm really impressed. I'm excited for the season, excited for Giggity. You know, I wanted to get in the booth and just basically thank all of our viewers and anybody that's supporting the league. We appreciate it 100%. You know, I'm not able to make it most of the time on the weekends, so you know, I'm just trying to get in here and show some support for our guys, and definitely enjoying the show so far.
Yeah, well, we're definitely glad you could you get in here and just
Very glad to have
join in
you.
with us.
And like I said, that was the one thing that I noticed was you must have put a lot of time into your draft, because even your truck drivers are really, really fast. Like, I don't find a weakness anywhere on your team, and you did a really good job of scouting.
Well, I appreciate it, Rupert. You know, you're my man. I love you, buddy. It just comes down to the body of work that our team has, and you know, we're all trying to work hard to get better. And I believe that we have really good team communication, and our guys are always willing to help each other. And I just feel like when it comes to a team aspect of league racing, that's what it takes to succeed.
Most definitely. It really doesn't. It's not a one-man thing. You really need teammates to help you out in certain. As Larson, he knows his teammate helped him, you know, win the championship last year in Xfinity.
Yep.
I think it was
We saw that.
You know.
That was
Yep.
all teamwork there.
Right. There was nothing me and Creed could do to go back there and help Marcus, you know, to catch back up, you know, because it's just a great strategy.
That was unfortunate. It was a great strategy. It's just unfortunate. You know, Marcus had a really good season, and, you know, you hate to see it for him, you know, honestly, because I know Marcus wanted to win it just as bad as the other finalists in the championship finale wanted to win it. So, you know, but it came down to, you know, teamwork and who's going to work with you, where were your teammates at, and, you know, honestly, Larson, it fell right into his lap, and, you know, definitely proud of him. He's one of our newest captains now in the league, so definitely proud to have him, you know, in our little clique. And
he's done a great job.
Yeah. He's done it. Yeah, he's done a really good job, man. You know, all of the captains as a collective whole, we've all done, you know, our fair share, and it takes a lot of work to put this stuff together, you know, and try to get the best product out there for the viewers and, you know, for the drivers especially.
Most definitely. They deserve the recognition, you know, that, you know, they put a lot of hours into it.
Yeah.
So, you know,
they do. They put a lot of hard work into it, you know, a lot of, like we said, a lot of laps and a lot of trying to figure things out. And, you know, we're all trying to figure out a new game now, so setups are a little different. And, pit adjustments are a little different and tracks are different. So it's a learning experience, but I feel like, you know, the more people you have around you helping you out, the better you're going to be.
Most definitely. In your opinion, do you like it, the challenge? You know how they make, I guess, you know, the challenge on Heat 4 is maintaining your tires. Me personally, I like it.
I like it a lot better, you know, because
yes.
you can't,
More
there's
realistic.
no longer, exactly, you can't full send the car anymore.
Right.
You honestly have to build setups based off of tire wear now, not necessarily based off of speed. So
Yep.
that throws a new element into the mix, so I definitely like that. I mean, you obviously have to have speed, but you have to have that balance of, okay, how fast of a lap time I can get consistently.
Right. How fast is it going to fall off? You know.
Exactly.
Right. And I like that element of it too. It makes it more realistic. You know, if
Most
any of
definitely.
you guys ever race iRacing, they try to be more realistic. 704 Games is trying to step in that same direction. Instead of making
You know,
it an
for-
arcade game, they're trying to make
for
it
being
more
on
of
a
a
budget,
simulation.
For being on a
Right.
budget, 704 Games has knocked it out of the park. They've done a good job with it.
Most
The
definitely.
racing's better. You know, the product they've released this year is better. I can't wait for the new game. I mean, I know this game just came out, but I'm already
yeah.
excited for, you know, the next iteration of this game, which is going to be really exciting.
It is, and I think that's going to be able to compete with iRacing, to be honest, with the new PS5 and Heat 5 comes out. I mean, just because the
Definitely.
cost you have with
Yeah,
iRacing. you know.
it is very expensive. I do know that.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to the esports coming up in a few months, so I can't wait to get started on that. And you know, as far as the teams go, we just try to do the best we can and work together.
Now,
And you
I
know,
had- Speaking of that, if you make top 50 this year, you know, like, are you going to be able to make a run at it this year, or are you just trying to teach some teammates to try to get a couple of your teammates in there?
I'm definitely going to try to make a run for it this season. I freed up some more time this time around, so I'm hoping. The tracks are different, so I'm still trying to learn everything. You know, I don't have answers to a lot of the tracks, so going back to some of the weaker tracks, trying to get better at those and trying to figure some things out setup wise. But you know, it's the learning curve, and as long as you have the right people around you and guys that are willing to help each other, you know, you definitely will succeed.
Yep.
And maybe even get to the top like everybody else wants to, you know.
I hate to jump in
Yeah,
here, but we got
No, go ahead.
2 laps to go, coming to 1 to go right now, and I think Jake has been saving fuel the last couple laps. I don't know, but I don't know if he's gonna make it. That's a
Oh, wow.
lot of laps to save.
This is a track that you
Is that Jake
can't.
Giroux X24?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's out front right now.
Oh wow, yeah, that's my boy, man. He's one of our younger prodigies. Definitely excited to have him on the team. I like his enthusiasm.
And there goes
He's a
the
really good
45
driver.
around him, trying to make the move on the inside at 3 and 4. And I think the 45 NRG might have just won this race.
NRG, the veteran, the wily old veteran.
The vet. And I was surprised to hear that you picked him up, because I know how good NRG is. I've raced with him a lot. I know he wasn't part of the drafting, and later on was a free agent. That was a very good pick.
You know what?
Tonight,
no, I was wrong.
yeah.
I was wrong.
No,
I'm sorry.
well, even
I
if it was
hard
Jake,
to tell who was on the lead lap, but yeah, Jake got the win. Jake was the winner. NRG
Oh,
finished.
congratulations.
Looks like he's 4th.
Jake
so-
impressed me a lot.
Jake with the win. Crocodile 2nd. Pendle 3rd.
Croc was second,
NRG
okay.
4th, and Trey looks like he's gonna come home 5th. Ed 6th. Jackson 7th. Bad 8th. Mike 9th. And Dark Knight will finish 10th. So we're gonna try to get out of here real quick, and
I wonder if Jake knows I'm in the booth. I haven't said anything to him, so it'll probably
Yeah,
be a
don't-
surprise.
There you go. I'm happy for him
all right.
because
So who are we looking for? We're gonna look for Jake.
yep.
Yeah, Jake Giroux.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out who else we need here. We're gonna get
Try to get Jake, Croc, Pendle, NRG, and Trey. We're gonna try to get the top 5 guys if possible.
Yeah, here, let me get in here and suggest a few players for you.
Yeah, please do.
Like I said earlier, guys, Jake, I've never ran with Jake before until the teaser and the Thursday night race the other night. And man, this guy can hold the line. And, I mean, he was perfect, pretty much. And I was like, where'd this guy come from? I never even seen him on Heat 3, but great driver.
Yeah, they definitely, they put the work in. I'm really proud of these guys. They make my job really easy to be a captain for them. I'm so proud of them. They, you know, there's never any issues in the chat. They're really quiet guys. Just a really great group of guys to be around. I mean, I'm really blessed to have all of them.
All right, give me just a quick second. I'm just going to have the blue screen.
I got
so
Jake
in
in
the
the suggestion box for you.
Trey, Croc, Pendle, and I don't remember who the other one was. Trey and Croc were our plants guys at group.
When I was listening to the drafts, I was already knowing Plant and NoCo were going to have really strong teams. They took their time, and they did, you know, they didn't take friends. They took guys they knew that could handle themselves on the racetrack, and that's really smart. Let's see.
Let's see who all gets joined in. I invited Jake already.
Okay.
And here he comes, Jake. Congratulations on the win tonight, man. How do you feel?
Thank you. Oh, pumped, ecstatic. I'm surprised that it finished that way.
It's your captain. What are you doing, man? Congrats.
Man, what a car, what a team. NoCo Racing, everyone at the shop, they did a hell of a job putting this car together. And you know, for a while the cautions kept flying, and I didn't think we were going to get a run in. And I knew my car was best on the long run, and it surely paid off towards the end there.
Man.
Guys,
go ahead. I'll let you take it away, man.
Was tires more of a key than fuel? Was what I was kind of thinking in my head was saving tires would be key. Was that part of your strategy tonight, Jake? Or
yeah, the in the third stage there was that caution was 26 or 27 to go, and I thought if I pit there, maybe I can be patient and save tires. And the tires definitely wore out really fast. So fuel, I mean, it just depended on how hard you drove. My tires at the end, I had 1% when I crossed the line for my right rear. So if we would have went one more lap, I would have definitely blown a right rear tire out. But I backed it out a little bit. I had like 3-second gap and managed to save all the tires that I needed. And
woo, yeah, towards
awesome.
the end, we were discussing the league and stuff, and we kind of got off track. And Ice actually thought that NRG was passing you for the lead there.
Yeah. he ran out of tires.
Oh.
So he had to pit. He was one of those drivers that stayed out when I pitted, and I restarted about somewhere 12th or 13th or something like that. So I had my work cut out for me, and you know, it was just a good race. You know, NoCo Motorsports, my teammates raced me clean, and you know, shout out to Robbie. You know, I kind of booted him a little bit, so he was doing a charity. So if any of you guys like to donate to the health hospital that charity he's running, he's doing a great cause. So
that's awesome. I saw that. That's Robbie's a class act, man. He's definitely one of the. He's an asset to have on our team. I'm just so really proud of you guys. I know y'all put a lot of work in. We had our debriefings and we talked about, you know, the expectation levels were high as far as the team goes. The competition out there is stiff. But I mean, you guys rose to the occasion. Both races, great teamwork. I'm so proud of you guys, all you guys together at NoCo Racing. You know, I'm glad we were able to actually trim the cars out with enough downforce and enough speed to get the cars on the long run where we needed it.
Right. I loading off the hauler for me. I didn't like the car at all. We worked on it for quite a while, and even during the first 2 stages, I was not quite happy with it. We were still fast, but it was just still missing something. So I made a last final adjustment for that final run, and paid off for us. So thanks for hiring me, and I'm glad to be part of this team, and hopefully we can go get some more wins, and when the playoffs come, we'll be ready.
Definitely, man. So proud of you. Congrats, man. Celebrate that win. We'll see you
Yeah.
back at the shop.
Woo! Awesome win for us. Thank you.
Good job, buddy.
Thank
Yeah,
you very
congrats,
much.
man, for
Have a
real.
good night,
Yes,
guys.
sir.
All right, guys. So let's get our next. Oh no! Don't leave the party. I'm dumb. Okay, hang on. Okay, so we're gonna get Croc in here. Who's the other guy you sent me? You sent me Luca. That's not even a guy in the.
Oh, name.
I mean, I like Doncic too, but not the guy we're looking for right now.
Let's see. Let me get Croc here. We got Croc.
We got Croc. I sent him an invite already.
Oh, okay. Then we need Nano Bread, right?
Yeah,
That's
need
the other
NRG.
one?
All right,
There's-
Croc, what's
there's,
going
Croc,
on, man? You
second
finished
place
second
under.
tonight. Great run for the boys down at Group Motorsports. How you feeling?
That
Yeah, man.
You did
I mean,
awesome out there, Croc, man. I've raced with you before, brother. You're a good guy, and you're definitely an asset to have on any team.
no
Oh, yeah,
doubt,
man.
man. I've raced with you quite a bit, and between MBN and the other series, you know, you've always been able to hold your own, and glad to see you come over here to Giggity and
Hey, give me
show,
just a second.
you
Hey,
know.
Croc, I need you to do me a favor real quick. I need you to go into your party settings and make sure that your voice is able to be shared.
Yep.
Because nobody can hear you.
Yeah, so to always allow.
Who
Other
finished?
guys,
Who finished
Nano,
third?
Nano Bread was
Third
it Nano?
was Pendle.
Oh, yeah,
Third
we
was
gotta get-
third was Pendle, fourth was Annabred.
All right, so we got to get those guys in here for interviews next.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
you want to get if
If
Pendle,
you want
I'll
to
try
send
get
me
NRG.
the recommendations for them too, and then
I got you. Don't worry, Roofer. I'll get them right now for you, brother.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, I feel bad for my teammate Bad because he was dominant all race long.
Bad had a really good car.
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
that was really fast, and it's.
I mean, Bad's just a hell of a driver. I race with that guy on a daily basis. He's one of my friends. I mean, that guy's a really clean, really fast driver. So, I mean, it's no surprise anywhere we would go, Bad's going to be in the top 2 or 3. Like, no surprise at all.
And to
Yeah,
be honest, I
he's
mean,
full
all of our
quality.
team at Groot had a really good run. I mean, we had you in second, we had Trey in fifth, and Bad led a bunch of laps. I mean, that looks really promising for you guys.
I feel really bad for Trey though, 'cause he blew a tire in both races.
Oh, man.
Is that what
Yeah,
happened
he
to
blew
him
a tire.
coming late in the Daytona race?
Yes,
he
that was
blew a
what happened.
tire?
I was in the back after a couple incidents at the beginning of the stage. Shuffled me to the back, and then I saw him spin out at the end because of a blown tire. He took 2 tires on the last stop and just blew his tire.
Yeah, I know Trey is a risk taker. I noticed that from last year. Good thing it paid off for him tonight. Like he forward don't seem like fuel is the issue. Like you said, tires now is the main issue. So, you know,
Yeah.
a lot of people, you know, I'll take right sides only, I'll be okay, and then they get down to the last couple laps, and if you blow a tire, that could ruin your whole race, but unfortunately, he still, you know, finished up there in the front.
Oh yeah. No, I felt really good about that second race because I didn't have a huge problem coming out of the corner like some guys in front of me were.
Yeah,
So
we've
I was
seen a lot of
actually,
people coming out of turn 4 and just licking that wall almost every time, where a safer barrier it sticks out about 2 foot farther. And the
yeah.
guys that seem like they was able to hold a better line coming out of the corners or not maybe give it as much throttle to hold a straight line, those are the guys that, succeeded, Because all it
Oh
takes
yeah.
Oh
is
yeah.
one time to hit that safer barrier, and you lose momentum. Is everything it seems in this game. You
I got
lose a
a I got
little
a
momentum, and you're
I got a
done.
question for you, Croc. So we were watching the race. Oh, by the way, Ice, I suggested 2 for you.
Yeah, I got them. I'm just waiting for
Okay.
waiting to get through these.
Okay, so during the race, earlier portion of the race, we noticed a lot of guys really overdriving turn 1. How difficult was it to try to race into turn 1 with cars all around you?
It was actually really difficult because that's one of those corners where like it's deceivingly slow. Like you think by the look of it that you can drive in kind of not really deep, but like drive in harder than you think, and then your car either gets tight or loose, and then you just make contact with people.
Yeah, but that that no ping pong effect, that you could definitely tell that that's been fixed, and it helps out a lot with the racing.
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely saw a lot of that. Like cars would bounce off really quick, but then they'd be able to keep going.
Yeah, I love that about this game. That they fixed the apron. You can actually touch the apron without spinning and killing the whole field, and you can make a little bit of contact even without the ping pong effect. So, like
Oh,
I
yeah.
said, 7 and 4. The product they put out, great.
It's
in my
phenomenal. It's
opinion.
A+.
Yes.
It's a step up. It's not just a rebranded game. It's fresh. It feels like it's been, redone from the ground up, and I'm just excited to enjoy it for this next year and see how good the racing is going to be the more we figure things out on the track. But Croc,
Right.
man, congratulations on second place tonight. You had a good run. You were there at the end, and it's a good points day for you.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Good
man.
job, buddy.
Yep, good job, man.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and start shooting out the rest of the invites we got here. We got we're gonna send Pendle the invite first. Because Pendle was third. Yep.
Yeah,
Cool.
you had 3 cars in the top 5 there. That's really good for Gateway, which I know has been renamed WWT. But here's no pit
Gateway's a
Pendle.
tough track, man. It's tough
It
because we're all
is.
still trying to figure it out, because the only thing we raced it on last season was trucks.
Exactly.
And there
All
he
the
is, the third
power.
place finisher.
Yep.
Go ahead, guys, take it away. I'll
All
let you
right.
guys have it.
Pendle, you come home third tonight. You ran up front a lot of it. You qualified really well. What are your thoughts out on the race tonight?
It was a pretty good race for me. The first part of the race, I got the pole, and then I started up front, and I led a little bit of laps, and then everybody was, I don't know what was, just everybody missing their corners or whatnot, but I think everybody's overdriving the track, and I got stuck in the back there for a little bit, and I was able to work my way back up. I was a couple laps short there on the last run, and I ended up saving enough fuel to end up finishing third. But overall, it was a great race. Even though we got the sweep one, at races tonight, we all worked together at Lake Track at Daytona. We got 1 through 4 there, and we got first, third, and fourth here as well, and ninth. So we all had a good night, and I can't wait till next week, man. I'm looking forward to Road America and Homestead.
Oh, yeah. Pendle, take us back. You said you had to save the fuel at the end.
Yep.
How many guys did you see pitting, and how bad do you think it shuffled up the running order like that?
I seen 4 or 5 guys pit. I know NRG was one of them. He pitted, and he said he was going to pit, and he was going to take 2 tires, and I think he ended up taking 4. But it did shuffle it up quite a lot because where I was stuck in the back with all the wrecks and the traffic and everything, all the guys started pitting, and then I was able to save just enough fuel to be about a half a lap to the good, and I ended up kicking it into overdrive and passing a good amount of cars. But yeah, it was crazy. Everybody, I think, was just worried about finding a way to make it, and they didn't want to try to save fuel, so they just said, well, what the hell, go ahead and pit and get it over with. But I was able, like I said, to save fuel and get a good finish. Glad to see my teammate won. He was worried too, but
which you are known for saving the fuel. I mean, obviously, your gamer tag, no pit Pendle. You
No
lived up to it
pit,
again.
right? That's right.
I used to be horrible at it. I ain't gonna lie. I've learned over the past few months to learn how to save fuel, so it's worked out for me pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely a learning process. It's tough to be disciplined and do that. But
Yes,
I mean,
it
overall, like you said, you had a fast car tonight. It looks like all of the Team NOCO cars were fast off the haulers. Good pit adjustments tonight. Great teamwork. Solid points day for everybody. I mean, and we're just going to go on to next week and put our nose to the grindstone and get back to work.
Yes, and it was nice having an RG in there too, because I know a couple of us were struggling with pit adjustments there in the race, and I've been in pit adjustments league since I've been running NASCAR Heat 2 and 3, and I've been pretty good at them. But this game here is just
Totally different.
Yes,
Yeah.
and he helped me a lot with everything tonight, and he helped Mike and Robbie and all those guys. We all did a good job working together, and it worked out for us tonight.
It's awesome.
That's awesome to have teamwork like that. Some guys like to keep information to themselves, and it's awesome that you got a teammate that will try to help you out the best he can. And I've noticed NRG, the days he's not working, he's put in a lot of time. So I'm glad that he figured something out, make you a little better, because you had a great car, got stuck back there in traffic, and you made your way back up to the front. It's good to see.
Awesome job, man. It's tough to be that disciplined trying to save fuel, and you came out with a third place finish, and you made what looked like could have been a bad day a pretty good day for yourself, which, I mean, I'm super proud of you. You were my first pick in the draft, and you were my first pick for a reason, and I'm just glad to have you on the team, and I look forward to seeing what you can do the rest of this season.
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me. Thank you especially, Nokia, for having me and picking me, man. I'm gonna work my ass off to get better at these pit adjustments. Like I said, I suck right now. So,
well, I got your back. I got your back. NRG got your back. We're all gonna try to figure this out together.
Good. Yep. And like I said, it was fun racing with everybody at Daytona and working our way up to the front. It was really fun. I had a blast tonight.
It looked like a good race. You guys, it was a great race overall. Like, both races tonight was phenomenal. You had comers and goers. You had different people leading the race. There were some bad circumstances on, that took some people out of races. But, I mean, overall, it looked like it was pretty good racing.
Yep, it was really fun, really good racing. I don't think a lot of the wrecks at Gateway was intentional.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's just guys over driving the corners trying to get the most they can. And I was letting up a lot to try to save my tires. Because turn one's so tricky, man. It's just so inconsistent on how you enter it. And if you was just driving in balls to the wall in that corner, you're going to eat up tires hitting the brakes. So
right side to be going
corner.
Quick.
Because you want to arc it in as much as you can, but it feel like that safer barrier just comes and jumps out and gets you right at the end of that front stretch.
Yes, it does, and you got to be disciplined on how you manage your tires, and especially small flat tracks like that. So overall, it was a great day. I'm glad we was able to work together as a team and get one of the teammates get a good victory tonight, or 2 victories, and I'm looking forward to next week.
Awesome, Pendle, man. Thank you. We'll see you back at the shop.
Yes, sir.
Thanks,
Great
guys.
job, Pendle.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's try to say one more. Yep, NRG's next. See if we get him in there.
Yeah, and the guys at home, y'all don't understand how much patience it takes when you see a car only, 1 or 2 car lengths in front of you. You want to drive hard and catch them, but you can at tracks like this. But NRG's here in the booth, and I'll let get an interview with him. How do you feel about the race tonight, NRG?
Well, which one? They both went pretty good.
Yes, sir, they did.
Talk to your night,
yeah.
man.
No. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it seemed like you had it did not surprise me to see you dash in, because I've raced with you
Absolutely.
esports in the back. You know, I know you're quick and you put a lot of time into this. I was trying to even telling the guys in the booth, you know, watch out for that 45, and you did a great job by dashing in. Seems like you saved your tires to be able to dash in there at the end, and awesome to see you finish great in both races, you know.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. It was a great overall performance, team-wise, for NOCO, and I was trying to coach these guys through it. Some of them didn't really need it. Other guys, we actually I shouldn't even say that. All of us kind of came together. Once I got everybody in the party chat, we were all relaying what information.
Just committed to each other.
Yeah, we were just relaying like, hey, this is what we need to do as a team. If this situation arises, this is what we ought to do. And at one point or another, I had ran a team for another league, and so I didn't mind taking that role. And these guys, they didn't just need it; they stepped up, and they helped everyone else out, helped me out. Because I'm telling you right now, I only did about 20 minutes of testing at Gateway, and I told them what I learned from about however many laps I ran there. And then Daytona, I was reaching out to the guys that raced Xfinity on what night was that, Thursday. I said, hey, what'd you guys do at Daytona? They told me. I tried it. It worked. We finished 1 through 4 at Daytona, and then Gateway was a little interesting. I didn't really expect. I thought it was going to be every man for themselves, so it kind of did end up like that. But at the same time, I didn't realize strategy was going to be a thing for me, and it ended up being a thing. I short pitted because I knew that everyone behind me was either going to have to pit, or they were going to for tires or gas, one of the two. I think I came out with 6 laps to go. I think I came off 11th, and within 6 laps, I went from 11th to 4th. So, tires meant a big deal. I watched a bunch of guys just blow tires and passed them. It was overall, man. The team that we have over at NOCO, all them guys, from Wednesday night to tonight, we really work and mesh well together. NOCO did a heck of a job, getting us all together. I've known NOCO about as long as I've known you, Roofer. I mean,
oh yeah,
we've been racing
NOCO
together
is one
since.
of the best you can learn from in this game, and he don't mind help. He will help you as much as he can.
Yep,
right.
And he's got a team full of people that are just completely open to helping each other out. I looked to the Xfinity guys tonight for help, and I also tried to help them out. And honestly, I think I helped them more out strategy-wise than setup-wise.
We're just committed to each other, NRG. That's all it is. I just want all these guys to succeed, and and I'm just really
that's what
proud
it takes,
of the effort.
Right. That's what it takes in real life. The teammates work together, and I'm glad they made the game to where it's so much realistic, to where you really need teammates to help you out. You can't do it all by yourself. Right.
Daytona, it was needed, yes. Honestly, that finish wouldn't have happened the way it was. It wouldn't have happened that way had it not been for teammates. Gateway was a little bit different.
Right.
And you're going to see, throughout the seasons, you're going to see a lot of different strategies, because, I mean, you're not always going to be around your teammates.
Not always, no.
At that point, you just have to rely on relaying, hey, these changes I made to this car is working. If you want to try it, go for it. If you don't and you're happy with your car, continue to do what you're doing. It's just small things like that, man. It's not all, who's the fastest, because on this game it's not being the fastest. That was one of the things at Gateway. I told the guys in chat, I said, These guys need to just run the tires off their cars, and then we'll go get them if we get a long run. So we were backing the corners up, and we ate them up, and that's just what happened. But there's a lot of good competition out there from all the camps. You know, congrats to Robbie. I know other people have said it, but you ought to go check out his streams. Go donate to his charity.
Please donate to the charity for Robbie.
And
also, Robbie's a class act, man, and
he is. He was so fun to work with at Daytona. Tonight was the first time I actually met this guy.
Did you? Now do you understand why I call him James Bond?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. But yeah, he's good, dude. All them guys out there, Texas two-stepper, you know, he old Riley Barber, he's good, dude. Also, you know, has dealt with cancer, things that, you know, put you in the hospital, obviously, and so you definitely shout out to him. He's gonna be full-time truck, I believe, so even though he's not one of my teammates, I'll still root for him. You know, just overall, Giggity, it's a good group of guys. Well, not a group, more like a.
It's like a small nation. It's like a small nation now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a mini village.
And you know what I noticed about the village? You know, it's everybody's really humble, and there's not one person that I feel like I could go to in this group out of the 100 people and be like, hey man, I'm struggling a little bit here. Could you help me out a little? Even if they're not on my team, I think they would. You know, that's just the way it has been, and that I love that aspect of it. You know?
And if you're watching this and you know you're not in Giggity and you want to be a part of it, you know, you can absolutely hit anybody up and they will put you in the right direction of who to contact. They'll put you in the right place. It's fun, man. I haven't been doing league racing much in months, and I just started back up this week, well, last week actually. And
from a driver's perspective, NRG, I got a question for you. Since when you first joined Giggity a few months back, and now that you've joined back again now, hopefully full time, how much different is the progression of this league than when isn't it crazy?
It's beyond wild, man. When I ran
it's like
two
a full
races one night.
360-degree turn, man. It's like changed on it's just flipped over. It's completely different.
It is wild, man. What K Taddy and his guys have done with it's so detailed. There's racing every night, you know, and there's always opportunities for people that aren't in the series that are racing that night to get into them races. So I mean, it is really cool, man. A lot of things that, I mean, I wish I could claim they were my ideas, but they're not. And
no,
you know, whoever's
they're
ideas
awesome.
they were,
they're great ideas.
It's
well thought out. It is. It's well thought out. Our captain chat that we have, you know, we're all really good friends together, and we discuss things. We come to agreements, and we try to make sure we put the best product out there that we possibly can, not only for the viewers but for the drivers, because without the drivers, there would be no Giggity Racing League.
Well, absolutely, and this is also, you know, I'm gonna say one more thing, and we can get this stream wrapped up or whatever. But no, I mean seriously, it's always gonna be continuous improvement. But nothing, I don't care what console, PC, whatever. No league is ever gonna be perfect, especially starting out. Been a part of a couple. Noco, Roofer, you both been a part of a couple with me, and
yes,
none of them are going to be perfect at the beginning, man. You gotta, you know, work through the kinks, and this place here in Giggity, it's going to continue to progress in a positive direction. So just look out.
Yeah, I'm hoping, and this is, I believe Giggity's going to at least put 4, maybe even more guys in esports this year. That's my hope.
We'll see how they do qualifying this year. That's going to depend. I mean, that's going to change everything.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
It
It'll be a
will.
big key.
Right. That's
I
going to
know
be
the
a game
talent
changer.
is here. Right.
But yeah,
Talent
if
is
you guys
here.
need to wrap this stream up, you guys can do it.
Yeah,
I
we're
kind of feel
gonna
like I've been
just
sitting here
get
for a hot
Robbie in
second.
here. Robbie's gonna come in
Yep.
here real quick, and he's gonna explain his the charity that he's working with,
Absolutely.
and
Here,
and
That'd
then
be
we'll
awesome.
wrap it up once
Jeff
that's
already got
over.
him.
So give me just a second, I'll send him an invite.
You back at the shop.
All right. I'm gonna have that Kool-Aid ready for you.
Yeah, I'll get the Kool-Aid packet ready for you, man. We're gonna get a big old pitcher of that Kool-Aid.
There you go.
Alright guys.
Robbie, how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Awesome night of racing. Awesome. So, I know you guys want to wrap this up, so I'll make it quick. The reason I'm working with Great Ormond Street Hospital, aka Gosh, is because my daughter was born 3 years ago. She's 3 years old now. And after she was born, a few hours later, she was transferred to Great Ormond Street Hospital. Before she was born, we found out she was actually going to be born with half a heart. It's something that is called HLHS, hypoplastic left heart syndrome. And transferred to Great Ormond Street, and then she had one open heart surgery. She made it through that, and then she had another one, and then she made it through that. And we was in London for about 5 months. She's got one more to go, and then hopefully a heart transplant as she gets older. But Great Ormond Street Hospital for children is absolutely brilliant. Like, I couldn't even think of a better hospital. It's fantastic, and this is just my way of showing my appreciation and, you know, thanking them for saving my daughter's life. And, you know, she won't be the way that she is today. I mean, she's 3 years old, she's really smart, she's really clever, and she's definitely a chip off the old block as well.
Well, that's a miracle
awesome.
in itself, Robbie. That story, that's very touching, man. As a father myself, I couldn't imagine going through that kind of anguish and that kind of stress. But you carry it well, and you know that's a blessing. She's a blessing. I'm glad that she's in good health. And anyone that's listening right now or watching the stream tonight, please donate to the hospital. Robbie, where can the donations go to?
Robbie Vid's Facebook page.
Robbie Vid's Facebook. So Robbie_Vid's Facebook page.
Yeah,
So you'll have it open. You have something open for that?
Yeah, I do. I'll put the link on there. People, if they just click on the link, and if you want to put your own personal details in, that's fine. And just so Great Ormond Street can see I'm doing what I said I would do and stick to my word, just put in Robbie Vid's stream or Giggity Racing League, and then I'll be able to see from there how much we actually raised tonight, and I'm looking forward to seeing how much we can raise during the whole Giggity League racing season.
That's
Definitely.
until you've been in that
amazing.
situation, right? You don't know what it's like, you know, until you've been in that situation. I was like Robbie. I had a premature baby, and they saved it. It's really good. These children's hospitals, they put the parents up so they can be there all day with their kids. It's just there's a little right. Until you've been in a children's hospital, you really don't respect it until you've been in that situation. And I'm glad you brought attention to that, Robbie. It's a great cause.
Yeah, it's definitely a great cause, Robbie. Man, I appreciate having you part of this team, and I respect you even more now after hearing about this.
That's Noco, isn't it?
Yes.
That's your boss, yes, sir.
Hello, mate.
What's up, man? Hey.
How you doing? Are you alright? So,
But,
my daughter, she's got one more operation to go. I'm hoping they're going to say yeah with a go-ahead to do it in November, that's when we find out. But I'll keep you guys posted. I'll keep
Definitely.
everybody else posted on the league and
Please, yes,
during
please
the
do.
stream
And
as well.
I'm gonna say a prayer for you, man. And all of Giggity Racing Leagues, please reach out, touch Robbie with some prayers here for his daughter, and go donate to his Facebook page for the hospital, man. It's going to a good cause. Like, you don't understand what something like this means until, you're put in that situation, and,
They actually asked me, they was like, are you going to be getting any financial gain? I said no, and I don't want any either. That's not what I want. I said, I asked you guys in a hospital, do you take 100% of the money? And they said to me, yeah, they do. And, I was like, right, okay, so I would like to help you guys raise money, and this is what I do. I race with Giggity Race League on NASCAR Heat 4. And these are my streams, this is my Facebook page, and I want to just thank you guys back.
that's awesome, man. Robbie,
It really is.
yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate your effort. Congrats on the win at Daytona.
Thank you.
I'm just so very proud of you. So proud to have you part of this team. And I'm definitely I look forward to seeing what you do the rest of this season. Such a touching story for the Giggity League and the community to hear about. I don't know, man. I'll see you back at the shop.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Chief. Right, I'll leave you boys to it. I've got a lump in my throat, so I'm going to go.
Definitely. Thank you, Robbie.
All right.
Good job,
Cheers,
Robbie.
guys. See you
Yes,
later.
sir.
Yeah, that man is a class act, guys. That's touching. That struck a chord with me, man, because you just don't know until you're going through something like that. It's hard to take. People take things for granted, and man, I just try to be very thankful and fortunate for everything I have, and I couldn't imagine having to go through what he's going through. That's a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys the name one more time. It's Great Ormond Street Hospital Charity. And like I said, these people have done a lot for Robbie, and if you can, anything will help,
Yeah, he's going to put the
touching
link in the
story.
description. I think he's going to put the link in the description, and it's going to be on his Facebook page, Robbie, ROBBIE _vids, VIDS. So please, guys, go check it out. Donate. There's nobody's getting any money out of this. It's just pure generosity.
Yeah, this is for the children. For the children.
It is for the children, absolutely.
Yeah, I just want to
Well, you
add,
guys-
I've
Go
known
ahead, Ice.
Robbie for like 3 months, and I joined with him in a different league that he had been running for a while, and he's always been a real good guy, as you've been saying, a real class act. I love the guy to death, and I hope nothing but the best for him and his daughter. He's a great
definitely. Ice, Rupert, we definitely appreciate you guys tonight for broadcasting. I can't say nothing but good things about both you guys and everybody in the Giggity Racing League as a whole. I'm just so very fortunate to be a captain in this league and to be able to develop and guide my own drivers and anybody else that might need help. And if you guys are still watching and you want to join, you can contact MP Roofer. You can contact me. And we can get you set up, put you in developmental, and get you on a team eventually. And the racing's good, and we got a good group of guys here. I can't say anything but good things about it, guys.
Yep, you're gonna get raced clean here, and you're not gonna get shoved into the wall. Accidents do happen, but 98% of our drivers, I'd say close to 100, are all really clean drivers that don't just wreck people intentionally. It's really great racing, and that's why it's grown so much. It's become one of the biggest leagues on PS4, and it's for a reason. And everybody gets along great. I've never even seen really any fighting in the chats, nothing. It's just a great place to have fun, do your hobby. A lot of people's hobby is NASCAR Heat, 4, and I couldn't ask it for a better league to race in. And
Definitely. Well, 2 really good races tonight, guys. Come out of the Giggity Racing League Xfinity Series. I look forward to next week. It should be another good group of, guys in those races. And man, I don't know. I want next week to come now. I don't know about you guys, but I had fun.
Well, before we get to next week,
Thank you guys for having me in the booth towards the end of the second race. I do appreciate that.
No problem.
And go ahead, guys, take it away.
All right, guys.
Well, tomorrow, guys, remember,
week,
we got Cup tomorrow, Sunday. We're going to be running Las Vegas. It will be a default race at Las Vegas, but the second race at ISM will be custom. So tomorrow, and then Monday we got trucks. So Tuesday developmental, Wednesday I believe dirt. I mean, we got something every night of the week. So get a hold of K-Taddy, NoCo, MP Roofer, Grim. There's so many people. We will get you in. And on the track, if you're clean, even if you're slow, as long as you're clean, we will help you get you faster. We just want to put on good shows for people here, and cleanliness is the best way to do it.
Absolutely. Ice, you got anything else to add, man?
Yeah, no. Just hope all y'all watching have a great evening, and hope to see y'all tomorrow night in the Cup Series race. Me, actually, I believe all 3 of us, right? Noko, are you running too?
There's a good possibility I might. Hopefully I can. My schedules are normally tied up on Sundays, but I think I might be a surprise entry tomorrow.
All right, that'd be great. I ain't got the rest of NoCo in a while. I just got moved back up the Cup Series, and I'd love
to
Roofer,
I haven't raced with you in a long time, man.
All right.
Well, thank you guys for watching tonight. For all of us at Giggity Racing League, y'all have a good night.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for watching.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see y'all tomorrow.